The view from the air today, mile after mile underwater. Evidence of the disaster left after Tropical Storm Ida barreled through the Northeast overnight. Up closer, on the ground, havoc stretching as far as the eye can see. A surreal landscape from the streets to the subways to submerged cars.
I see the car start floating, you know. I got to come through the window and jump out. The water reached me like up here.
This storm was horrible. It's just instantly, in less than a minute, it actually flooded the entire street. It was up to my chest.
The dam has overflowed and it's gone over Route 23. And now they're worried about the stability of not only the road, but maybe the dam as well.
Ida becoming the 5th largest hurricane in American history, leaving a 2,000-mile-long trail of destruction from Louisiana to the Canadian border.
We have too many areas where the flooding has gotten so bad that cars are stuck and we have bodies underwater. We are now retrieving bodies.
Nearly 60 dead across 8 states.
It's something unreal. I never seen something like this before. The water came up within 5 minutes, like 4 feet, real fast.
We saw a horrifying storm last night, unlike anything we have seen before. And this is a reality we have to face. But what we've got to recognize is the suddenness, the brutality of storms now. It is different.
Since before Ida made landfall, we were warning about this cold front meeting up with the remnants and causing life-threatening flash flooding. Unfortunately, whenever I see flash flooding in a forecast that I'm making, I know that life will be at least threatened, if not lost.
Holy. It wasn't just rain and flooding, at least 7 confirmed tornadoes hitting the Philadelphia area and southern New Jersey.
Look at that tornado!
We were down there about 15 minutes before when the warning went off, and we have a walk-up basement, luckily, so we were able to get out through that, thank God. If not, we would not have been able to get out.
In Philadelphia, where more than 10 inches of rain fell, the National Guard using high water vehicles to assist the Philadelphia Fire Department in rescues downtown, including some from a hotel.
It was just brutal, just kept coming. Water levels just rose so fast.
They are reporting that they were inundated with 8 feet of water inside the fire headquarters itself, and it prevented their ability to get out and respond here in the neighborhood.
One of those caught in the storm, Shakira Davis, capturing how fast the water rose behind her Oakwood Plaza home.
This is serious damage.
Even though her apartment wasn't flooded, Shakira and her 2 kids and 3 grandkids were forced to evacuate along with hundreds of others.
We got a knock on the door. They were just telling us to evacuate, that the building wasn't stable, that everybody has to leave.
Then they waited for hours for school buses to take them to a temporary shelter. With no outside resources, volunteers had to come up with a plan, a place, and a way for getting them there.
This is ridiculous. We need somewhere to go. And we can't do this. This is too much.
It was just 4 days ago when Ida first made landfall in southern Louisiana, but the aftermath from this monster storm still upending lives across that state. Neighborhoods like this turned into swamps. Many roads submerged.
From the air, you can see just how many neighborhoods suffered this catastrophic water damage.
With the power still out for most and very little water and food, long lines stretching for miles to get gas to power generators.
How long have you been waiting in this line, Rochelle?
Oh, since about 2 o'clock, maybe slightly before.
So almost about 4 hours.
There's maybe, 1 or 2 gas stations that are open, but the lines are long. You go sit in line, you don't know if you're going to get gas.
This is the first time I ride out a storm where it was this bad.
For Estelle Soleil, that's just one of the questions she's facing. The Bayou, the only home she's ever known, looks a lot different today.
That's my dining room. It's starting to smell. It's moldy. All the windows are just about completely busted out. It's leaking all over.
She'd ridden out the storm in her parents' house about 10 miles away because she thought it would be safer there. Soon enough, water began leaking through the ceiling.
These are some of the pictures I had to hurry up and get off the wall at my parents' house when the roof started leaking.
Estelle had been without water and power since Ida hit, but she considers herself lucky. A nearby neighbor's home was completely demolished.
you have no choice but to start crying.
Just down the road from Estelle's house, the city of Houma, suffering severe damage and in desperate need of supplies and resources, many residents there without food and water.
The devastation I witnessed in Houma right after the storm as we got out was immeasurable. We saw things that I've never really seen before.
Chad Ducote, lead pastor of Life Church, has been gathering supplies and working with organizations to set up distribution of desperately needed goods.
We have more need than we have supply for. We'll get an 18-wheeler truck full of supplies in, and it's gone within 30 minutes or so.
Yes, ma'am. God bless.
The church was expecting a shipment of new supplies today, but nothing made it through.
No warm food or nothing. Need water, we need ice, we need a whole bunch of stuff.
Ducote says one thing he knows he can count on in catastrophic times like this is that neighbors will be helping neighbors.
I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that we will overcome this and we will persevere through this storm and we will rebuild and be better for it.
It's not just the eastern United States facing the consequences of climate change and extreme weather. Drought and wildfires are plaguing the western United States. The Caldor fire has destroyed nearly 600 homes in California's Lake Tahoe area. More than 50,000 people have been displaced from their homes, and roads are clogged as mandatory evacuations spread to Nevada. Firefighters there are continuing to battle the wildfires, and though the fire is now 20% contained, they say they're still not in the clear yet.
There is still stumps burning, there's still other things out there burning, and they are still kicking out embers. So even though it doesn't look like a big firefight here, there's still plenty of work for the firefighters to make sure that those embers don't kick out and start the fire up again.
Caldor is just the latest wildfire sweeping across this parched landscape. There have been more than 7,000 reported fires in California alone this year, with more than 90 active fires reported statewide, now according to the National Interagency Fire Center.
We are seeing these extremes more often. And if that's not the classic calling card of climate change, I don't know what is. And so this will be our new reality. I think the real question is not how much havoc did it cause, what are we going to prepare for the next time we get havoc?
And back east, for those displaced like Shakira Davis, it's been an emotional day.
We do not know where we're sleeping tonight. Hopefully we're not sleeping in the school, but hopefully we have a bed to sleep in somewhere.
4 residents of their complex died, and although they've seen flooding before, what they encountered last night was traumatic.
I know a lot of people in there that doesn't feel relief right now. They want to be in their apartments. We don't know what to do. We're just confused. We're confused, we're angry, and we just want to be in our houses right now.
And looking ahead, she only sees more uncertainty for her and her family. For Nightline, I'm Matt Gutman.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.